Namaste Tesla. By now we all know that Tesla is officially going to be in the Indian market very soon. In fact, a few days back, Elon Musk had to meet the Indian officials to talk about the investment and the factory unit and so on, but that got delayed by a few weeks. But nevertheless, you and I can now finally say that Tesla is going to be in the Indian market. The wait has been definitely worth it, and the reason we are in Thailand to drive the latest Tesla 3 model, this is the Facelift Highland version, to give you our review, our opinion about this EV sports car. And the big question is, the Tesla 3 worth the wait? Is it worth the hype? Well, that will be discussed in the video going forward. We are in the countryside of Bangkok, in a beautiful place to drive the vehicle, to shoot the vehicle and give you our opinion. A long video, but I urge you to stay with me across the length of the video. You can jump to a particular section from the timeline you see on the screen, but if you're an automobile enthusiast, you're a Tesla fan, a Tesla prospective owner, stick around for the entire video. Now, first of all, the exciting thing, as per the latest government EV initiative, if a manufacturer is coming into the Indian market and investing X amount of money, the same manufacturer can import as many as 8,000 units into the Indian market as a completely built unit at a much lower taxation, at a much lower import duty. What does that mean? Well, I'll give you a few figures. Internationally, in the US market, for example, this one, the Tesla 3 has an ex-factory price of less than 35 lakh rupees. That's the ex-factory price. It means imported into India at a lower taxation, we can have this, the entry-level Tesla 3, at possibly the 40 to 40 lakh rupee bracket. That is the same bracket as the BYD Seal and the same segment as the Hyundai Ioniq 5 on one side and the Kia EV6 on the other side. So, as a Tesla brand, the brand recall of this logo is so strong that in the same pricing as the rivals or the competitors, you and I would possibly put our money down for this particular version. So that is the exciting price, the pricing and the segment for Tesla. Now, this one has been in the world market for a lot of years, Tesla 3, but internationally and even in Thailand market, the 3 got a revision a few months back. It's called the Highland version. We're driving the dual motors on both the ends, the more powerful version of the Tesla 3. It's more exciting as well to give you our opinion about the Tesla 3 model. So I'm done with the pricing, I'm done with the segmentation. I want to talk to you about the design. Now, this is a future-ready car, but it's not very funky, not very bold. It's actually something that you and I would not mind looking at or owning. And the front end definitely resembles like that of a Tesla. You see this from a long distance coming your way, you will know it's a Tesla coming. The big logo has an impact on the Indian industry, has an impact on the world industry as well. It's a well-known brand, even in the markets where Tesla is not present. With the update, they have done a lot of changes on the front end, the Highland version. The bumper, for example, it looks more modern, it looks more sporty without going over the board. No fog lamps over here. The lighting is done by this part, including the LED lights and the DRLs on this side. This is where there is no engine but a frunk. I'll talk to you about that at a later stage. But on the side profile, this one wears 19-inch alloy wheels and it fills the gap very well. Alloy wheels are not very jazzy, not very funky, but like a typical EV to cut through air in a very nice manner. On the side profile, you actually notice how low the Tesla 3 sits, and this is a full glass roof. It's not a metal roof, it's a proper glass roof coming in over here. Even the door handles, they are inside the body again to cut through air in a proper manner. And you have something called as a frameless design. It's full window over here, no metal part. It's a frameless design for the front doors and for the rear doors. You have cameras and radars across the body of the car, over here and on this side as well. They work wonders for the autopilot and other functions, including how to access the car with the key card. You put it over here to lock and unlock the car. On the rear part, this is a more sloping roof to give you headroom on the inside and to give you more boot space. Is that true? I'll talk to you at a later stage. And the rear, I love the way the tail lights are designed, they're executed. Again, no overly done creases and lines. You have muscle coming in here on the C pillar and sort of an integrated spoiler and the Tesla logo at the back with the dual motor symbol. It's a dual motors at both the ends. It is a low car again, I'm telling you that. I stand 6 feet tall, but it is a low car again to cut through air in a better manner. You also have the Tesla Y, that is the SUV version of the Tesla 3. It gives you more room on the inside, gives you a bigger boot as well, but that's more expensive. But 3 makes more sense. It's more affordable as an entry-level step into the world of Teslas. The 3 makes sense for the Indian market. Even before the factory comes up, you will be able to buy this at a possible ex-showroom price of 40 to 42 lakh rupees. That is the big thing. I love cars in black or white. My own cars are white, but this one is black and I don't see much chrome on the outside. In fact, in countries like Thailand, tinted glasses are legal, so it's a black car, it's black windows, just has the mafia look coming in on the outside. On the inside, your second space, how is the Tesla 3? Well, let's step inside the car. Now, like the exteriors, even the theme on the inside is no clutter at all. Not a single button you can find around this area, which you usually have in cars to control various functions. All the functions will be controlled from the touch of the screen. Lot of features over here, from adjusting your outside mirrors to the AC fan speed to the AC temperature. Even the way the air has to flow, you can control that from the screen over here. This is a very practical car. A lot of storage spaces and practical add-ons. For example, you have a couple of wireless pods over here for your phones. A lot of space, deep storage space, concealed space over here, which you can close when you park the car. A couple of cup holders and more space below the armrest. Even the door pads have a space for a couple of small bottles, but the thing has to be the future-ready design. No clutter, no buttons only on the steering wheel over here. This is sort of a horizontal theme where the AC vents are concealed, and the doors, from the doors to the dashboard, you have the mood lights coming in, which goes around the length and width of the vehicle. Talking of doors, this is not leather, it's a soft touch material, like a soft touch cloth or suede, if you can call it. Looks nice, looks premium, and of course you have a couple of ways to open the door. One is from the button on the upper side, the doors will unlock, and second is from the actual handle. Again, you can unlock the door. Very, very nice doors, by the way. They have a frameless design. Look at this. No frame at all on either of the 4 doors. I'll close this, I'll take the window up. It is Thailand, you can have tinted glasses. Been driving the car for a couple of days. The seats need a special mention. They are comfortable, they are powered, they are cooled. Again, to cool the seats, you need to access the screen. So everything is over here. Takes a while to get used to, but once done, it is a piece of cake to operate the Tesla 3. Of course, for the autopilot, it is right here on the steering wheel. For the indicators and for the lights, it's also on the steering wheel. Now, even the Tesla 3 is a dog lover. I'll show you how. There is a thing called dog mode for your pets if you have your pets in the car. In case you have to step out for a few seconds or minutes to fetch something from the market, you can safely leave your pet inside the vehicle. You activate the dog mode from here. Now I'll step out and see what happens. So for people standing outside and they see a pet on the inside, need not worry. The screen says, my driver will be back soon. Do not worry. The AC is on and it's 25 degrees. So very helpful. In a few rare cases, you're traveling with your pets, you want to step out, you can do that easily. One thing I don't like in the Tesla 3 is the high floor, possibly because of the large battery pack. So you end up sitting with the knees high position, which can be a bother on long drives. But otherwise, I love the way the Tesla 3 has been designed from Elon and his team. It is a proper thinking in place to make a car which is future ready, which is here for your needs, and your concept of EV is the future. Now, when you get inside the car for the first time, you need to tap the Tesla card on the wireless pad, and only then you can start driving it, which goes like this. Now we are good to go. By the way, in the Tesla 3, you get as many as 17 speakers for possibly the best audio setup I have heard under 50 lakh rupees in my career as an audio journalist. Really good work done there by the Tesla engineers. At the back, it's a bag of mixed beans. First, the space for offer. The driver's seat is for my height. I stand 6 feet tall and I've just about a couple of inches of knee room, and I can't slide my feet under the front seat. That's because of the high floor. Again, because of the high floor, this is the way I'm sitting. So not very comfortable. I drove the Tesla Y a few weeks back from my own channel. That was much more comfortable. I think even the BYD seal is more comfortable at the back. So 3 suffers from the comfort level for tall people. But apart from that, it's a nice place to be. This is a talking point. It's a full glass roof. It does not open. It's not a panoramic sunroof, but a full glass roof you have seen in the Seal as well, in the Tesla Y as well. So it gives you a sense of airiness, especially driving in good weather around this countryside of Bangkok. Looks very nice over here. Armrest over here with a couple of cup holders, and in the update, this is the Highland version. The update, you have a screen for the rear passengers. You can control a variety of things from the screen, including you can play infotainment, music, YouTube, even heat up the rear seats. I don't want heating function to come to India. I want the cooling function to come to India, but the screen is there and the AC vents do a good job as well. It's a flat floor, so no issues on that. It's a proper EV architecture. So you have flat floors coming in over here. At the back, a couple of pockets for your magazines or your newspapers, and the door pads are okay in terms of the size for a couple of bottles, not very generous, but the ambient light comes in at the back as well. You can't recline the rear seat, so in terms of overall comfort, for a family of 4, 2 kids and husband, wife, it's okay, but for family of 4 or 5 adults, it's not the most comfortable place in terms of the EV segment between the 40 and 50 lakh rupee bracket, in my opinion. Before you ask how do you unlock your Tesla, well, the key over here is the card. You basically put it next to the sensors and the camera, and this is what happens. The car is locked. You again approach your car to unlock. You put it over here, and here you go. And complementing the boot space is the frunk. This is a very cool thing in EVs. We have seen in the Punch EV as well. Basically, no engine over here. This space can be used to carry a couple of soft bags as well, or to hide stuff from, you know what I mean. Now, the boot is powered, of course, but there is a small issue. In case you get inside to keep something or take out, you might end up hitting your head on this particular piece, which is very, very ouch. In fact, Julian behind the camera hit his head. So it's not a good place. They should open pretty high, but that's not the case. And it is a deep boot, so enough for a couple of large suitcases and a small suitcase as well. That is not an issue, but the issue has to be this thing. So keep in mind, if you buy the Tesla 3, just keep in mind not to hit your head. And of course, to close this, it's right over here, again powered. You can do the same thing from the inside, from the screen as well. Now, there is a reason I have a smile on my face. In my career as an automotive journalist, I've driven a lot of cars, SUVs, sports cars, but this one will go down as the most special, most memorable experience ever. Just driving a car with the Tesla logo, the Tesla name on the steering wheel is a different feeling altogether. Now, this one is available, I told you, in 2 versions, a rear-wheel drive single motor or a dual motor all-wheel drive setup. The long-range version, we are driving that. This is the top-end version. By the way, guys, if you're on Twitter, do tag Elon Musk and do ask him to see this video as well, and ask him to get the 3 as soon as possible to the Indian market. First thing, EVs are known to be silent. This one is. EVs are known to be quick. This one is. EVs are known to have that ease of driving factor. This one offers that as well. It's a very good package. It looks sporty on the outside. It's got sporty genes in the way it can drive, but as an everyday usable performance sedan, it takes that important box as well. They say the official rating is for 629 kilometers, and since morning driving it on the open freeways towards this particular location, we saw around 125 watt-hour per kilometer on the display with 3 people and the AC and the luggage. That translates into a possible range of 600 kilometers from the 75 kilowatt-hour battery that sits right over here. It's a huge. From the screen, you can choose between the chill mode, which is the normal driving mode that you will use the car in the relaxed driving manner, which I've been doing since morning, or you can have the standard mode, which basically is bonkers. It releases all that power and torque, and the result, see for yourself. So from the screen, we go for the standard mode. Chill is low power, standard is the full power, and let's see what happens. Empty piece of road, completely safe. This is what the 3 can do. This is quick. 100, 120, 140. I'll lift off for safety reasons. Woo! The power of EV. Imagine this under 50 lakh rupees with a dual motor. Wow! So yeah, this is a super quick car in the outright acceleration from 0 to 100, but I have been again in the chill mode, much more relaxed, and from the screen you can also choose the way you want the steering to behave. You want it light, or you want it for comfort or the sportiness. Again, I've been in the light mode, and that is what makes our life very enjoyable. You know, EVs are supposed to be driven in a very calm, relaxed manner. There is no sound. Even the way the insulation has been done for road noise and the wind noise is commendable in this model. In fact, with the update with the Highland, the vibrations, the noise levels have come down even more for an EV as compared to the normal version. What else? The rated power is almost 450 bhp. I told you about the range as well, and because it sits slightly higher up, the visibility factor is excellent. Combine this with the cameras which you can activate from the button on the steering wheel, these cameras and the radar also. This gives you more command even when driving with congestion around. You don't feel hammered inside the car. It's a low car. The glass roof, the cameras and the radars, they take care of your issue of driving a sedan inside traffic conditions completely. Out on open road, it can sit at 120, 140 all day long. The legal limit on the motorways here is 120. We have been sitting on that speed since morning when we came to this place, and no issues in terms of the comfort levels or the noise levels or the ride quality. Ride quality needs a special mention. Of course, we are in a country where roads are very, very good. No two ways about it. But even then, going over rumble strips or some undulations around the dam area, we had no issues in terms of the ride quality. So the wheels look big, they look nice, but they do not rob the Tesla 3 of the important ride quality factor. Now, one of the USPs of Tesla has to be the Autopilot Advanced ADAS. Of course, not the same level as हम देखते हैं US market में, but nevertheless इसका मैंने इस्तेमाल किया था at the highway speeds when we are going to a location from Bangkok. Pretty useful. Now, like any other EV, सारा weight गाड़ी का नीचे है because of the battery pack. गाड़ी नीचे भी है. It's a low slung sedan, and expectedly handling of the Tesla 3 was pretty nice. I was enjoying the car on the set of twisties जो हमारे route पे थी. As you can see on the screen right now, it is a good handling car by all means. So all in all, it took me just a while to get used to the clutterless cabin and the functions from the steering wheel, but after that, I think I am a big fan of the Tesla 3, and I can't wait to see the 3 and why in India. The why I drove a few weeks back for my own channel, that was a different experience altogether as well. But for now, the 3 in terms of acceleration, the visibility factor, the ease of driving, the ride quality and the bonkers performance, thumbs up. And finally, time for the verdict and answering the big question. Will the 3 be worth the wait and worth the hype? In a single word, yes. Although it comes at the cost of rear seat comfort and space that the Y will solve at a later stage, but as a product, as a launch into the country, as something we have been waiting for, it is an all-rounder package in the possible price segment. It turns heads like anything. The interiors are future ready. The features we all know about, the ride quality is sorted, and it is a damn quick car with a reasonable range, a real world range of 500 kilometers plus that we have seen in the last couple of days in Thailand. What needs to be done next? Well, Mr. Musk has to come to India. As of this date, we are sitting in the end of April. He's not in India yet. He'll definitely come to India. He'll finalize the plans, the investment, where the factory will come up, and then the production of the right-hand version has already started in Europe. That will be coming to India. Showrooms are not here, but the government will allow you to import as many as 8,000 units and sell them at a mouth-watering sticker price, and to make the Tesla brand even stronger. So yes, the wait has been worth it, will be worth it, and thumbs up from us at 91 Wheels for the Tesla 3. We are in Thailand for a longer duration. We have driven a lot of cars which will be coming to India, which you want to come to India as well. Some videos are live on the channel, and the other videos are coming up very soon. For the notification, you know what to do. Super simple. Do subscribe and hit the bell icon as well. If you hit the bell icon, the notification will come to you immediately. For now, signing off from the countryside of Thailand, and it's time to drive back towards Bangkok and enjoy the night drive in the Tesla 3.